Hey, what's up, y'all? It is DJ. We got some more new and updated mods to take a look at today for Farm Sim 22. In total, 16 mods were released. All platforms got 5 new and 5 updates, and PC and Mac players got 4 new and 2 updates. If you like staying updated with all the latest mods of Farming Simulator, get subscribed. Let's check out today's mods. Starting off with new ones for all platforms, we've got Memphis, New York. And if your screen is a little bit, glitchy and it looks like it's skipping, don't worry, it's doing that for me in the game as well, unfortunately. This Memphis, New York map is based in rural New York. They say there's warm summers, harsh winters, and it's known for its agriculture. Of course it is. Taking a look at the PDA, here we are. We've got 55, quite a few fields that we start with. They are all wheat and they are growing, so you're not going to be harvesting just yet, at least with what you own. So heads up through there. We do have a few little areas, so let's poke around and see what we can find and see if we can even get out of here. I'm free! Yay! A little bit too much there, but hey, we're having fun over here. So this is one of the areas that we've got, and if we poke around to the house, well, here we go. So I really like that house. As for everything else around, there are lots, and I mean lots, of buyable plots around towards the inside. They have taken the road system, and it is $0, so 2 thumbs up there. Always love to see that. Great news there. And then we've got some pretty big fields, which are really not going to cost you that much money. Again, 2 thumbs up through there as well. Checking out our growth calendar, looks like it's going to be base game as far as the growth calendar goes. And as far as owned items, we get a decent starting setup of equipment, which is very cool. 2 different vehicles in the cars, 2 tippers. We got our header, plow, cultivator, power harrow, seeder, fertilizer spreaders, weeders, which is not something we normally get in base game, and even a round baler. And some stuff to handle just about anything that you want. This is pretty darn cool, man. I like this map. I dig it. The only thing is it seems a little bit unoptimized. There are tons and tons of trees around, and well, I've checked around on a couple of the other maps that I've got installed. I'm not having this issue on any of the other maps, and I have not upgraded to the most recent NVIDIA driver yet either, so that would have nothing to do with it. Regardless, I tested that last night and it works fine. But yeah, cool map. Some big fields, again, as I mentioned, they're pretty straight off edges, though they are not square, but they are a little bit worker friendly. So there you go, use some big equipment and you'll be set. We've also got some required mods, though it is nothing insane. Just 5 mods, that's it. Moving along, we have the Valtra BC8800. This is a new harvester for all platforms. Super cool, 500 horsepower. We got a variable transmission as the Pro Drive TM XL. 1,200 liters of fuel, 24 miles an hour, 12,334 liters of crop at 21 tons. She's a big boy right here. Wheel brands, we have Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, Vredestein, and Lizard, which is very, very cool. So they have kind of like a rice setup almost. That's what it looks like anyway. And then we can go from a standard, wide, and twin wheels, it looks like, for pretty much all of these. So great news there. As for branding, we have the BC8800. We can also do a Massey Ferguson, Challenger, and back down. So if you're looking for a Challenger combine harvester, this may have just jumped to the top of your list. So that is very, very cool. Cover, we have yes and a no, though that does not increase or decrease capacity. Window configurations include clear windows. We also have dark, so only those 2. We have a GPS monitor, which can be hooked up inside. We got a beacon on top, which is very cool. Rim colors, you could do either black or white, which is awesome. And we got a license plate, but that's not all. We also have a 40-foot draper, that's 12 meters, and we can match this up as well. So cool. And if it matters to you, you're going to be using the base game N6040 as your header trailer. We do have an animation with this one, but all it's going to be doing is opening and closing that side door, so nothing wild and crazy on that. One thing I've noticed is the header does not snap on there, so do be careful when you're pulling this around. It is also a little bit high, so also be careful with that. You're gonna move a few things around, but it is a very cool setup, and tell you what, I'm super pumped that we've got a Challenger combine now. That's so cool. Next up, we have the Zetor 3011 Major. This one, a little bit, I say confusing. They've got engine set up here, which is fine, but the engine's not changing any. This is just the stickers that are technically changing. So go for that, what you want. Manual transmission, 53 liters of fuel, 15 miles an hour, 2.3 tons if it matters to you. Wheel options, we have a couple different setups here for Lizards. We have the R16, 1, 2, 3, and back down. And that is it. You can change these up a little bit with the back tires. So basically, wheel brand is the front wheel, and wheel setup is the back wheel. So don't get confused there. Exhaust pipes, we've also got a couple different ones through there. Cabins, we have with, without, and we also have the with piping. Would be cool to see that with piping with no cabin, but maybe that's just a me thing. Hook, we've got top and bottom. I assume this is going to be around towards the back, and it is. We can also do both if you want to, which gives you a little bit more freedom depending on what you're going to be pulling. We have a soft or rigid axle for the front. I would definitely go with a soft, probably going to drive a little bit better. Mud guards, we have without or with. You also have a couple different sets for lighting. Very nice to see those. We have a Zutaten, which is, I don't know what that is. Oh, look at that. It's warning signs. How's about that? I don't know what Zutaten is. Still, weights, we've got those if you want to. Basically, we're adding a couple little sets of weights right behind the front axle. You can see them there, but it doesn't look like they're actually increasing the weight of the tractor any. I think those are just visual. And then we have a couple different color setups, blue, green, and red, oranges, kind of like the green will go there. Design color here. Let's change this up to blue just so we can see. So that's going to be our frame. Well, we found out what that was quickly. Grill color, obviously that's going to be a grill color, and the rim colors are rim colors at the end of the day. We also have a license plate if you want it. There's nothing we can do with it, but it does sound pretty good. So 2 thumbs up. Next to last new one for all platforms is the Lizard DupleX 627. Or I read it, I think the first time on the testing list as the DupleX, but we're just going to call it the DupleX. 25 horsepower is required, 2 meters at 4 miles per hour. So this would actually work great with the new Zetor Major Zetor Major tractor that we just got. No customization, unfortunately. And lastly, we have the Lizard SMB 40. This is an animal straw blower. So we grab it, throw your bale in there, and it'll break that up for you. Capacity is 125 or 150 centimeter bales, and that is going to be with your skid steer. So that matters to you. Rock and roll. I would imagine you could put whatever you want in here. You don't need to limit yourself to just those bales, but I would just to be safe. Well, you know, we had to try it out, so here is a 150 centimeter round bale. Perfect setup there. Nice, looking good. Looks like we can dump it out if we need to, but we don't want to do that. And then I'm going to just click force unload. There we go. So it's going to be unloading out the bottom. That is super duper cool. I'm digging that a whole lot. So if you want something that's just a little bit different, hey, rock and roll, man, go for this. Oh, it's so much straw. Gotta raise it up. Jumping over to our updates for all platforms. We have the AGCO Ideal 2017-2023 pack. This is version 1.3. They've added rim colors and added Simple IC. That Simple IC is PC only. Next up, Stara Imperador 4000. This is from Star Brazil and Connect Modding. What I need? This version 1001. Particle correction. Remove precision farming. The present model does not have the Eco Spray kit. Adjusted the working width and section cut. Adjusted the bar, wheel, and up and down controls. Manage textures. Reduce 2 slots, so 2 thumbs up there. Reduce the engine volume and reverse sound added. Next, the X7 VT drive track version 2.7. Front strobes have been added and 4 brand stickers been added. Next to last, the Rousseau E-Kastor mower version 1001 added compatibility with better contracts. Now missions are integrated with the mod. And lastly, Pallet additional features version 1003 add a new 3D model for wood pallet and various minor functional fixes. Next, we're going to take a look at some PC and Mac mods, and we've got 4 of them for you today. First is the Maize Cob Addon. This is very cool. Basically, this adds corn cobs to your game. You don't have to do anything, they just exist. However, you do have to use the appropriate machinery for that, and that's going to include the John Deere 300 here, which can be found in the Maize Cob Addon pack, so you're good there. We also have 300 liter capacity on here. Not that that's going to matter too much because you were going to hook this up to a trailer and pull it behind. 75 horsepower required, 9 meters. And then we have a couple different setups here. So we have a 1.5 or a 2-row, and then we have a 2.3 or 3-row options. So they're both going to require similar horsepower. See, that doesn't have a power requirement. It doesn't either. Nope, maybe it's just me. 8 miles an hour and 9 miles an hour for the smaller one, so a little bit better. This is the setup right here that they are using in their comparisons, at least on the Mod Hub. So this is what I'm going to be using as well. I've gone for the 3-row version here. Oy. I'm so sorry, Parker Gravity Wagon. I can't move this thing. I suck today at driving. You know what? We're going to do this the easy way. I'm going to put that there. We're going to bring this around, grab a hold of the front wheels, and put this close-ish to the thing there, and grab a hold and back up a little bit more and grab that, and we're good. We've got our corn grown. Let's go ahead and unfold our pipe here so we're good to go. We can turn it on, and it looks like it lowers automatically for us. And so all we got to do now is go forwards, and this should, hypothetically should, work just fine. Speaking of work just fine, we also have a worker, and our fill unit is ear of corn. Yeah! So that's going to rock and roll perfectly fine through there. If we go take a look at corn heads, you can see here we have regular corn there. Oh, and actually, it looks like these corn headers can hit just about anything. Oh, now I'm interested. The crop itself is not any different. This is just base game corn, and I've also seen where they said you have to use the appropriate equipment in order to get the cob of corn, but I do want to just double check, make sure we're good to go here, and we are. So the regular harvester is doing just fine. But if this is going to do regular cob of corn, I'm going to empty that trailer on the back, and I'm going to turn this on because it says that it'll harvest just about anything. So coming through here, harvesting this, and we get nothing. So though the header says that it can do anything, here we go, yeah, these guys, though it says that it could do anything, I don't think that it can. We're getting nothing. This is just a waste. Lastly, whenever you are all set ready to go, Ear of Corn has been added to at least the base game sell points and some modded sell points as well, depending on what they take. So if you need to find out where to take your stuff, just go to Ear of Corn and it'll tell you where to go. Next is a mulcher. We have the Agrimaster KNE200. 45 horsepower required. 2 meters at 4 miles per hour. However, no customization option. So it is a quite small setup for a mulcher. But I think this is really meant to be used in vineyard work and stuff like that. So definitely grab it and check it out if you're doing stuff like that. We also have a fertilizer spreader. This is the Pronar FD1-M, 350 liters, 14 meter spread at 9 miles per hour. We can also bump that up from 350 liters up to 650 liters. We've even got a warning triangle on the back. This is a great looking piece of kit. And lastly, we have the ITRunner Roll-Off Platform AL. This requires the Pallet auto load specialization, so heads up there, but most of the guys on PC probably already have that because it's a super useful mod. As you can see on the left-hand side, that's everything that we can auto load, and we can change up our main color. Lastly, today, let's talk about updates for PC and Mac players. First is the Hymach Energy version 101, added compatibility with better contracts. Now missions are integrated with the mod. And lastly, the Kommunal Services mod version 1.1 also added compatibility with better contracts mod. And that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like on it. That lets me know that you enjoyed it and you want more like it. Also, get subscribed if you are new. That way, when I release videos like this, you don't miss them. Otherwise, just have an awesome day. Happy Thursday! We'll see you guys later.